let's inflation can be of two types: cost push inflation and demand pull inflation. Cost push, demand pull. As the name suggests, cost push inflation, the cost of production is rising. As a result of this, producer is forced to increase the price of final goods. Cost push inflation. There is no change in demand of the final goods and services, right? This pen is, suppose this stylus is final goods and services. There is huge demand of this stylus in the market. Production is only limited. Production is limited, but demand is skyrocketing. As a result of this, there is shortage of this stylus in the market. Because of this shortage, the price of stylus is increasing. There is no change in cost of production. Cost of production is intact. Raw material price is intact. Labor cost is intact. But there is increased demand of this product in the market. As a result of this, price is rising. What you will call it? Demand pull inflation or cost push inflation? This is demand pull inflation. Demand is pulling the prices up. On the other hand, there is no demand, excess demand in the market, right? There is no change in demand and supply position. There is no shortage of goods in the market. But the raw material or labor is also an input cost. The labor cost, the labor used to produce this stylus, the raw material used to produce this stylus has increased in price, has increased in value. Now they are available expensive. They are available at a higher price. As a result of this, I am, as a producer, I am forced to increase the price of the product. So the price of the product is eventually increased, but it is increased not because there is higher demand of the product in the market, but because there is increase in cost of production of the product. Cost push inflation. Cost is pushing the prices higher, right? Clear? Cost push inflation, demand pull inflation. Now, cost push inflation, demand pull inflation. In this, input cost rise, which eventually lead to inflation. Increase in demand of goods raises price. Inputs cost include cost of raw material, commodities. Generally, commodities are raw material used by many producers, and labor cost. The cost of labor. The cost of labor causes wage push inflation. Wages are rising. As a result of this, price of final good would also rise. This may force labor to demand higher wages. जिसको हमने पढ़ा था wage price spiral. Now see what will happen. If there is increase in demand of any product, as a result, there is rightward shift in the aggregate demand. We have also studied the concept of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. There is a higher aggregate demand in the market. As a result of this, there will be inflationary gap. उस inflationary gap के कारण prices बढ़ेंगे final goods and services के. As a result of this, producer would be demanding higher wages. Producer would be demanding higher wages. It will result in cost push inflation. Wages would be higher. Wage push inflation, which is part of cost push inflation. So as a result of this cost push inflation, prices would rise even further. As a result of this increase in prices, labor would start asking for higher wages. तो ये spiral चलता ही रहेगा. Wage price spiral. We covered this concept in our previous lectures, right? Now, cost push inflation. Cost push inflation can be caused by two ways. When there is increase in cost of production. Cost of production can increase when there is increase in prices of commodities. If commodities are used as input. So shortage in the commodity market, increase in commodity prices, or shortage in the labor market. See, can I say that no matter whether it is cost push inflation or demand pull inflation, inflation will cause only and only when there is shortage. If there is shortage of commodity and shortage of labor, it will cause cost push inflation. But if there is shortage of final goods and services, it will cause demand pull inflation. So there is shortage. So shortage is the root cause of inflation. Now it is interesting to see where that shortage is taking place. Whether it is taking place in the commodity market or it is taking place in the labor market. If it is happening so, it will increase, it will result in cost push inflation. But if that shortage is taking place in final goods and services market, it will result in Demand pull inflation. Shortage is the root cause, right? Cost push inflation. Then increase in wage rate is higher concern than increase in commodity price. It is important. Commodity price can rise, and as a result of this, cost push inflation can happen. Wages can also rise, and as a result of this, cost push inflation would happen. But wages are a much higher, wages constitute a higher portion of input cost than commodities. Understand this, wages constitute a higher portion of input cost than commodities. So because of that, increase in wage rates is of higher concern than increase in commodity prices. So what concerns a producer more, or what concerns a policy maker more, is not increase in the prices of commodity but increase in prices of wages, right? Because they constitute a higher portion in consumers, a higher portion in producers' cost, right? Wage push inflation is tied to labor market. Needless to say this, wage push inflation, labor market में अगर shortage होगा. Now understand this, it is very interesting. हमने इसी chapter में, in this chapter itself, we have covered the concept of unemployment. We have covered the concept of labor market. Imagine there is shortage of labor. When there is shortage of labor, when does that happen? When there is very low rate of unemployment. When there is very low rate of unemployment, high rate of employment, as a result of this, there will be shortage of labor in the market. Shortage of labor would induce labor to ask for higher wages, and higher wages would eventually increase the inflation in the economy. ठीक है? Higher the unemployment rate, lower the demand for labor and lower the wage push inflation. But lower the unemployment rate, higher the demand for labor and higher the wage push inflation. Simple. It is as simple as that. Straightforward relationship between demand for labor, employment rate, unemployment rate, demand for labor and wage push inflation. Right? Now, when we calculate the unemployment rate, what is unemployment rate? Number of people unemployed divided by labor force. Remember, we have studied this. Where is unemployment rate? Unemployment, the ratio of unemployed to labor force. But it is interesting to see labor force includes the people who are willing to work. It does not include the people who are not willing to work, especially these discouraged workers. Discouraged workers को तो include ही नहीं करता, right? तो labor force may not include all the people, may not give a truer picture. So unemployment rate generally only counts people who are looking for work, because labor force में से कितने लोग काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, and labor force includes only those people who are looking for work. It will not include the people who are not looking for work, despite of the fact they belong to the wage group. Especially ये यहाँ पे इनका इशारा किसकी तरफ है? You people also belong to the working age group, but you are not looking for work. But they are not pointing towards you. This point is not pointing towards you. This point is pointing towards discouraged worker. Sir, when unemployment rate increases, wage decreases, right? When unemployment rate increases, wage increases. Unemployment rate increases, हाँ, unemployment rate increases तो wage decreases. ये लिखा है ना? Higher unemployment rate, lower demand for labor and lower wage push inflation. Yes, you are right. When unemployment rate increases, more people are unemployed. As a result of this, supply of labor would be high, demand of labor would be low and wages would decrease. ठीक है? Yes. Now, to account for this issue and to modify unemployment rate indicator. अब क्योंकि लेबर फोर्स में ही सही लोग नहीं आते, तो उसके कारण जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट आएगा वो डिस्टॉर्टेड आएगा. To correct this unemployment rate, some practitioners also took look at the participation rate of people. Labor force participation rate पे जाता है. ठीक है, वही हमने उसमें भी पढ़ा था जब हमने अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट पढ़ा था कि व्हाट इज़ द पार्टिसिपेशन रेट, उसको भी देखना चाहिए कि हाउ मेनी, क्या पार्टिसिपेशन रेट भी गिर रहा है, क्या पार्टिसिपेशन रेट गिर रहा है अलॉन्ग विथ फॉलोइंग अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, इट मीन्स दैट देयर इज इंक्रीज डिस्करेज वर्कर इन द इकोनॉमी। अब ये डिस्करेज वर्कर का कैसे काम करता है कि अगर ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलने लग जाएगा तो जब अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट गिरने लग जाएगा तो अभी तक जो डिस्करेज बैठे थे वो भी एनकरेज हो जाएंगे और दे अगेन जंप इनटू द लेबर मार्केट। अभी वो डिस्करेज हो गए, लेबर मार्केट से बाहर हो गए, बट जैसे ही थोड़ा बहुत भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट होना चालू हो जाएगा दे अगेन बी एनकरेज एंड दे स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर वर्क, तो फिर ये लेबर का सप्लाई और बढ़ जाएगा। तो जनरली यहाँ पे थोड़े बहुत कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन है। देखो, पहली बात ये बोलता है कि जब अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट कम हो जाएगा, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, है ना, जब अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट कम हो जाएगा more people will be employed, it will increase the prices of labor because there will be shortage of labor, but एक argument ये है, there is one argument which says that whenever there is increased employment and reduced unemployment, there is a bunch of discouraged labor, they are still not included in the labor force because they are discouraged, but when they'll see that employment is rising, this discouraged bunch of people will be encouraged and will become part of the labor force. So it will increase the supply of labor surprisingly. Are you getting my point? It will increase the supply of labor, it will increase entire labor force. Suppose इसको एक एग्जाम्पल से समझते हैं। Right now you have 1000 people in your labor force and only 400 are employed, so your employment rate is, और इतना थोड़ी होता, I'm sorry, my bad. There are 800 people employed, so you have employment rate of 80% and you have unemployment rate of 20%, right? So there is ample amount of unemployment and there is no threat of cost push inflation या wage push inflation, right? But some economists fear that increasing employment beyond the level of 90% or reducing the unemployment lower than 10% would cause wage push inflation. But some practitioners say that whenever you are going to do that, increasing the employment rate to 90%, it means that you have to give employment to 900 people out of 1000. So whenever you are giving employment to 900 people out of 1000, as a result of this there are 200 discouraged worker, यहाँ पे discouraged worker लिख देता हूँ 200. These discouraged workers were not part of labor force because they were discouraged, they were out of the labor force, they were not seeking employment. बट जैसे ये देखेंगे 90% एम्प्लॉयमेंट है, ओनली 10% अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, दे विल अगेन बी एनकरेज्ड एंड दे विल जंप इनटू द लेबर मार्केट एंड स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर जॉब. एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस सप्लाई ऑफ लेबर विल इंक्रीज. 900 एम्प्लॉयड हैं और यहाँ पे लेबर फोर्स बढ़ के 1200 हो जाएगा. सो यू आर फियरिंग वेज पुश इन्फ्लेशन बिकॉज यू थॉट जब एम्प्लॉयमेंट 90% हो जाएगा, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट 10% ही रह जाएगा, देयर वुड बी वेज पुश इन्फ्लेशन. बट हायरिंग 900 पीपल वुड नॉट इंक्रीज द एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट बिकॉज मोर पीपल विल बी एडेड इन द लेबर फोर्स. एंड विच पीपल दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट? दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिस्करेज्ड वर्कर्स. राइट? कनेक्टेड विद द पॉइंट? क्लियर?